Hi, I'm Caroline from Intersoft Systems, and today's video is how to change your device settings in FinPower Connect Cloud. We'll review the device options. Again, this is another menu option available from our user menu, represented by our little person icon. Again, once we open the device options menu, we can see there are options to set preferences for the type of platform you're using to make FinPower Connect Cloud more user-friendly for your device. Currently, mine is set to desktop. However, some users may need to access FinPower Connect Cloud via a mobile device, such as a tablet or phone. You can also choose whether to use pickers and whether to switch on compact mode. The tooltips in this area are handy and give more information. For example, the tooltip next to the user interface header states, pickers present lists, dates, and certain other field types in a large pop-up box. This makes data entry easier on mobile devices, but can also be enabled for the desktop. Compact mode decreases padding, so more information is viewable on screen. If we have a quick look at a mobile device using our demo website, you can see what it looks like from a mobile perspective. You can also save the address for FinPower Connect Cloud to your device as an icon on your home screen for easier access later. This is completed by selecting the Add to Home Screen option on your Apple device. Other devices such as Android ones will have their own instructions on how to do this. Once logged in, you'll notice that FinPower Connect Cloud looks a lot more compact and mobile friendly, with the dashboard being vertical rather than horizontal and having your menus appear slightly differently over to the side. If we have a look again at our device options, we can see that this is already set to mobile. You can also choose to select compact mode, and pickers are already selected. Returning to desktop, we'll have a look at the other options. One is the option to always default to the home view after sign-in, even if you have records pinned. If you don't have these options ticked, you'll be taken directly to the pinned records instead of your dashboard. The next option chooses whether to preview records or open the record fully. So if we tick this option now, and if we click on a link for an account, we can see that it opens over to the right-hand side in a preview form. We can then continue down our list and click another link, and it will preview that one instead. If we change our device option back, this time when we click on an account link, it will open the record across the whole screen. The final device options include Windows options that use Message Handler, and it is only applicable if you're also using FinPower Connect Desktop as well. So clicking this will allow you to right-click on a link and open that in FinPower Connect Desktop instead. And lastly, Forget This Device, which is a button that can be used to clear the current device from the list of authenticated devices, which should be done as standard practice if you're logging in on a non-standard device, such as a device not owned by the company. This setting is typically more relevant if the device authorization option is in use. However, it can also be useful for clearing persisted settings, which means automatically save settings for the logged in user on that particular device, for things like regularly used quick search options and so on.